Okay, so we go.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Great Sunday. Good to see everyone here. Hello. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Wow, everyone popping in. Good morning. Great Sunday, everyone. Hope you're having a great start on your day.
And
Good morning. Good morning.
please write in the chat where you're joining from.
Yes, please do. Tell me where you're coming from. Tell me how your week has been, what you've been grateful for that it happened this week. Pop up 2 or 3 things that you acknowledge that were a blessing in your life throughout this week. I would love to hear from you. My name is Graziella, originally from Brazil, live in Miami right now. Oh, people from Quebec, Connecticut, Cincinnati, Olympia, Netherlands, Cincinnati again, Washington, Iowa. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Great day. Good to see everyone here, ready to connect, ready to rejoice, share, nurture our souls, all the goodness that we have in our hearts. Good morning. So, what I want to hear from you guys, what you having been grateful for this week. Namaste from Switzerland. Yolanda from Washington State. That's awesome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniel. I am, you can call me Devananda, and I'm Grace's husband. And we'll be joining here. And I also want to see in the chat what you have a piece that have get in your heart this week, something that you feel it's a good thing to share with us.
Yeah. I'm sharing what I am grateful for this week. We decided to go on a road trip with the family. We have 3 kids, and we left Miami on Thursday. And one thing that for sure this week and the book and the chapter that we are in has been teaching me every, like, I wouldn't say even like every hour. It's about flexibility, like being able to navigate and flow just like the waters through life. So I'm grateful to be present enough to allow the flexibility to flow and not resist what life throws to us. So that's my take. Anyone else want to share what they're grateful for this week? Love and blessings from Santa Cruz. Grateful for gratitude, all the blessings of life, dancing, making music, singing, living the ocean, and so much more. Calling Mary from Atlanta. Driving home from Michigan. Grateful for a safe, loving road trip. Awesome. Grateful for the love and wisdom received from dear Danny. Oh, yes, for sure. For sure, dear Danny. We'll have a moment for her today here, holding so much love. So much love. So, while we wait a little bit more for people to join us everywhere, I just want to say again, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I already wish you a wonderful, wonderful, harmonious day ahead. That's my intention for this call, bringing love, light, and wisdom to all of us, filling our hearts with all this love.
And today we'll be discussing chapter 8 in the book, which is the Fountain of Youth. So we have a couple of wonderful guests, Sadanand from India and Yolanda from Washington State. And we'll be seeing some very wonderful videos that they have put together as well. And so today we have our main announcement is about Denny, our dear cohort, and she is in hospital in India, and it appears that she is close to transitioning. And so we wanted to send Denny and Jill, her dear caretaker, lots of love and energy for this tender moment. And wondering if is Carol on the call right now?
Nope.
She's not. She's not. Okay. All right. And so those of you who are here for the first time, you may not, well, you probably won't know our traditional love message that we send to people, which is that we hold our hands out and we say to them over and over again, I love you and I'm with you. And so in this moment, we'd like to send that message to Jill and Denny, and that this moment bring the highest wonderful divine experience to the both of them. So Jill and Denny, I love you and I'm with you. And please
I
join.
love you and I'm with you.
Open your microphones. Yes, open your microphones. Let's
Love you.
send love across the ponds.
Love you and I'm
With
with
you,
you.
and I'm with you.
Love you
I
and
love
I'm
you,
with
Jenny.
you.
I'm with you, Jenny. I love you so
We love you.
much, Jill.
Love you and
You're
I'm
being
with
with
you.
me.
Love you, Danny. Love you,
Hold you in
Jill.
the dearest.
Speaking of you, Gil,
Ace.
we're with you,
Love
kiddo.
you, Danny.
Love
With you, and
Love
we're
you,
with
Danny.
you.
You, Denny.
Love
I
you,
love you,
Danny.
Jill.
Love you
Love you,
and
Jill.
I'm with you.
Love you, Danny.
And I'm
Love you,
with you.
Love
Danny.
you so much. We love you.
Love you.
I love
I
you.
just
And
would
I
like
love
to
you.
make a comment. Many times I remember the love that Danny.
You muted, Danny.
I like to share something and with you, but many times that Danny spoke on these calls, and I felt going deep in my heart. When someone opens something in life that they've been through, big challenges, gives us a big help because we know, yes, we've been through this too. I have felt this way too. So important, so much. And the purpose, I think, one of the purpose of this cause is for us to get this connection from all of us and knowing we are in a safe and loving environment. So I would like that everyone, if you can go to one moment or one feeling of love that Daniel was speaking to you, to your heart, and you can go right now and put the hand in your heart and expand the love into gratitude for Danny's life. Expand that and just like give a big thank to Danny, give a big, big hug to Danny, send all the love to her. I just feel like it's so grateful because all of us are sharing love behind everything, behind any miscommunication, any trouble. There is always the base of everything, which is love, which what we are. We are all love. Even in the middle of troubles or anything that you can imagine that has been through in your life, behind that is always pure love. Like the master said in the book in one of the chapters, the world doesn't lack in love because we are love, but sometimes we lack just understanding. That's what the world needs more. So if you can tap into that moment now and send this big love to Danny into, of course, a big gratitude for her life. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Thank you for
Beautiful,
being with us.
Devananda.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Devananda. That was beautiful. I felt it.
Oh,
That was
so perfect. Thank you, Devananda. Wow.
Thank you. And with that, I would love to take us from our head. I feel that we are already totally in the heart, but with more intention, I want to share with you guys this song that is going to be the song with the intention to drop us from the head to the heart. I've been listening to this song for, I would say, about 8 months now, and it creates a deep inner dance inside of me that I can't help to really close my eyes and flow and dance and feel within the messages of divine presence, the God source, whatever name you give to it. But it just moves me tremendously. And I just want to share with you guys and hope you guys can connect as well. So let's enjoy. Cornelia can help us. We might be spotting the camera, so feel free to shine.
Yeah, if you can, open up your cameras so that you also can be loved on in a really beautiful way.
Know you are loved, rest in peace, dream your sweet dreams, till your soul is released. Know you are loved, rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Beloved child, my heart is yours. Beloved child, doors with your love, with your faith, with your compassion, with your grace, oh, with your grace. Beloved child, you are the light of the world. Beloved child, go out, spread light to the world. Be strong, be kind, be brave. Know your mind, know that you're divine. Know that it's alright to be afraid. Know that you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Know you are loved. dream your sweet dream till your soul is relieved.
What a joy. For me, this song, there is not even one time that my soul just like flies away and blissfully feels connected to divine. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you felt the love and the beauty that you are in your own being, in whatever chapter you are on your path, whatever challenges or rejoices you're facing, it's manifesting in existence in your life. I honor it and I bless each and every one of you. So, not tonight. This week we're going to chapter 8, and we're gonna watch this beautiful video that Marianne prepared for us, and we're gonna soon start with our special guests for this morning. So, are you ready, Marianne, for the video?
Hi, namaskar, everybody. I believe that Cornelia is going to play the video.
Perfect. Awesome. Sweetie, thank you.
Namaskar, friends and families joining from all around the world. The divinity, that spark of light in me, loves, and bows down to the divinity, that spark of light within you. So let's explore chapter 8 of the ancient secrets of a master healer. This chapter is about flexibility and hope. Bruce Lee said, "Be water, my friend. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. You put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend." As we go through this chapter together, I'd like you to reflect on this question. How flexible are you in body, mind, emotions, and spirit? Here are some of the highlights of chapter 8. We discover some ancient secrets for staying young. We see a photograph of one of Baba Ram Das's brothers. He is 139 years young. We learn what the 3 out of 6 keys to deeper healing are. We hear the story of Kasum, an 86-year-old lady who is dancing with joy after healing her arthritis. We hear the story of Mr. Sadanand, who becomes Mr. India at 65 years young. And we learn of Dr. Naram's recipe for boosting energy levels. So chapter 8 takes us to Los Angeles, California. And Dr. Clint's father had been feeling hopeful that he could get better after having his pulse taken by Dr. Naram. He had felt so understood. Ironically, Dr. Clint, on the other hand, was worried. He was worried he was giving his dad false hope. He was worried that perhaps this was a waste of time. So he asks Dr. Naram, "Do you think there is hope for him tell me the truth. And Dr. Naram says, your dad has two options. He can continue doing what he is doing and live for a few more months in pain before he passes away. Or he can change his course by using Siddhartha's 6 keys of deeper healing. If he does this, he could live for many more years with flexibility, energy, and presence of mind. And of course, Dr. Clint chooses option 2 and asks how. And Dr. Naram reminds Dr. Clint of the time that he went to Baba Ram Das and he had said to Baba Ram Das, please teach me the ancient art and science of pulse healing. And Baba Ram Das had said at that time, come tomorrow. And he did that for 100 days. 100 days. And during that time, Dr. Naram was doing research, just like Dr. Clint was doing. So Dr. Naram says, I talked to patients about their problems. I saw people suffering from chronic diabetes, arthritis, heart problems, kidney problems, osteoporosis, different kinds of cancer, liver problems, and many other things. I spoke to people who came back after months or years of doing what Baba Ram Das told them to do and saw big transformations in them as a direct result of deeper healing. I spent the last 36 years learning my master's secrets and using them to help people. Would you like to know what, according to Baba Ram Das, the secret to the fountain of youth is? And he says, first, you must have a clear idea of what youth is. Only then can you know the secret of staying young. So he says to Dr. Clint, what does youth mean to you, Clint? How do you know if a person is young or old? And Dr. Clint says, is it the state of their mind? Is it the quality of their skin and their hair? And Dr. Naram explains that you can be 20 and feel old, and you can be 100 and you can feel young. It all depends upon flexibility, Dr. Naram said. Someone can be only 20 years old if he is physically rigid, mentally stubborn, and emotionally dry. Or a person can be 100 years young if he is physically flexible, mentally alert, and willing to learn, and emotionally full of love. So Dr. Clint says, so the secret to being young at any age is learning how to be flexible. And Dr. Naram says, youth is possible at any age if your lifestyle is aligned with your inner nature. Young people are full of hope. Old people lose hope. To be young at any age is to stay full of hope for the future, hope for yourself, hope for humanity. And you can be young like this, even at 115 years. So here is a photograph on the left of Baba Ram Das, who was 115 years young when Dr. Naram met him. And Dr. Naram explains that Baba Ram Das had such an enthusiasm for living. So in this chapter, we learn of 3 keys to deeper healing. And one of them is home remedies. Just for example, the energy drink or the onion rings used to get rid of a vata headache. Number 2 was herbal remedies. These are supplements. And number 3 was Mama Shakti, which is subtle energy points. So what is the ultimate purpose of the ancient healing secrets? And Dr. Naram says, there are 2 things. First, it is about helping people maintain or improve health and flexibility in their body, mind, emotions, and spirit. The ancient tools provide an opportunity to experience deeper healing and a youthful feeling at any age. Second, this transformation gives people the energy to discover what they want most in their lives. They learn how to align themselves with their inner nature and life's purpose. So I bring you back to that first question. How flexible are you in body, mind, emotions, and spirit? And I also leave you with these questions. What does youth mean to you? What does it mean to feel young at any age? If youth is about flexibility, what are some areas in your life you could be more flexible? What other insights, questions, or realizations came to you as you read this chapter? Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share the highlights of this chapter with you. I'm now in my family home, and there isn't a quiet space in a family home. So I hope that this is okay. I give thanks to my family, to my friends, to the Siddha Veda lineage, to you, dear wonderful community. I love you, and I'm with you. Namaskar, namaskar, namaskar.
Wow, Miriam, thank you so much. We have the blessing of having Miriam on our call today, which she's not normally. And I would just like to spotlight her. Cornelia, can you spotlight Miriam for me? I know we're putting you on the spot, dear, but you deserve so much love from all of us. And I feel like we want to put you in our hearts even deeper by sending you love. Everybody rub your hands together. Where's Miriam? Oh my goodness. And let's just send Miriam love from our hearts. Thank you, dear, so much for your gentle love and your amazing wisdom. You are wise beyond your years for sure, and we all are gaining so much from what you provide for us. Thank you, dear. Beautiful. Grazy?
Yes, that was amazing. Wow. A voice. With that, we're going to go to the miracle experiences that we have for this week, our super special guests. We're going to start first with Yolanda. I just don't recall, we're going to start with the video or with her, talking about her first.
Grazy,
Yes?
I just would like to ask people before you go with that, if for everyone, if you can go after this chapter. I think this chapter is really is a big theme, this chapter in the book, because it means working ourselves to be flexible in all aspects in life. That means health, that means joy, so we can have a healing and live with joy. So like to people, if they can ask, if they can write in the chat, what does it mean to be young at any age to you? What does it mean? If you can put that in the chat, it will be really, we can give a little bit of emphasis on that, because it was to hear Marian talking about this chapter, and it really got in my heart and in
Yes.
the healing process that we go through.
And just to remind people, some of you haven't been here before, but the book we keep referring to is Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer by Dr. Clint G. Rogers, who is frequently on this call, but not available today. But if you haven't read it, please do. It's life-changing. I can tell you from my experience, that is really the truth.
Oh, yeah. I'm on the second time. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm on the second time I'm reading the book. I see here, Bridget says it's all about attitude, your perception. Andrea, to be playful and full of joy. Peggy, to be really happy. Look, Archambald, so good to see and hear you again, dear. Okay. Anyone else? Sheila, be able to enjoy leisure time and me time as children do. Oh yeah, I agree with that 100%. Louise, being young means not worrying about what I can't do, but to do it anyway, doing what I want, when I want. Hatter's friends. Oh, my chat keep moving here. Sorry. To keep my inner puppy, kitty, child alive, curious, loving, joy, honesty, in the moment present, yes. Fernanda, stay joy, presenza, like a chill without judgment. Terry, unlimited energy, clarity of mind and strong body, absolute health and wellness, fun and laughter, directed by love. Wow, thank you, thank you. Gra?
Yes, Rochelle, I just have a quick question. Have we changed Yolanda with Sadanand because of the time in India?
Yes.
I think we did, right? So if that's okay, let's start with Sadanand. We had the video for him too, or we're bringing him on now?
I think bringing him on would be great, and then in the video after that.
Perfect.
Are you there, Sadanand? I saw him on the call.
I did too. I don't see him now.
Sadhanan, you want to unmute yourself? You know,
Yeah.
you are out there. You are.
Can you hear me?
There, yes, you can now.
Hi, Sadanand.
Okay, namaskar. Namaskar.
Yes.
So you want to tell us a little bit about you, how you got into the Ancient Secrets, share your divine wisdom.
Yeah. First of all, I'm thankful for this community, global community. For the first time, I'm meeting you all today. And Dr. Clint called me and he requested me that if I can be present on the event. So I said, yes, this is a golden opportunity. And I met Dr. Pankaj Naram in the year 2000. In fact, when I was returning from my Mr. Asia Masters Bodybuilding Championship, I had some back pain. So I met him in the Aishakti hospital, okay? And then he did some marma and also he gave me some herbal medicines. And then after 10, 15 days, I'm okay. And then he saw my bodybuilding photograph and he asked my age. And that time I came to the bodybuilding scenario quite late. So I won Mr. India Masters Championship at the age of 53. Okay. And also, so he was very much impressed. And at that time, he was doing a lot of anti-aging research. Okay. So then I joined him. I was his personal trainer for almost 18 years. It is from 2000 to 2019, I think, before. And I also met Dr. Clint there. I used to train Dr. Clint and Dr. Pankaj Naram all together. Dr. Pankaj Naram is an amazing person. He is a divine person. Okay, in his presence, there is an aura. You feel all the time excited. He uh, he brings that kind of energy. Okay, and then he talks about his all the experiences from Nepal and Tibet, all the gurus that he met in his earlier days. So, and also he is to read lot of books, and we share a lot of spiritual experiences. So, I really he awaken my inner self to an extent that I really look for that spiritual wisdom. And so I can't, I felt really so sad the day when I got this news. And so in his presence all the time, he made me, he in fact he used to come, he was a child, like he used to come with me for our national bodybuilding championship. It is not necessary, but he is like a child. Like he told me that I want to see you in the stage and experience that energy. So I don't know what to say for him. I like to read a few lines for him. Okay.
Mhm.
Some people come into our lives and quickly go. Some stay for a while and leave footprints on our hearts, and we are never ever the same. So Dr. Pankaj Naram was such a divine soul. I still feel his presence. I still, as if he is whispering in my ear. And all the time he encouraged me. And at the same time, when he came to know that uh, I'm planning to participate in Mr. World 60 plus category, masters category. So he gave me a lot of herbal supplement, which helped me a lot, energetic. And as those who do bodybuilding, they know that testosterone hormone level, you know, it is really suits up with those herbal supplements, and it helps me a lot. And even till now, today, I'm 75. Okay, and at this age also I feel very energetic, and I do train like how a young in my younger days how I used to do. Okay, so uh, there is a kind of a spiritual energy, a joy, happiness, and at the same time, I like Dr. Naram, I also become curious to know. Some people ask me, because at the age of 75 in the gym, mostly those young guys, they get inspired, but they surprise also ki, what is the reason of you continue? I told them that I want to see, because probably nobody has done this. I am curious to know how, till when a human body can carry on and put those muscles, okay, flexibility, and that child-like enthusiasm. Because at the end of the day, if you have got that child-like enthusiasm, looking forward to the next day with excitement, so I feel for me that is called youthfulness, and I'm still doing, and it is all Dr. Pankaj Dharam's blessings with me, and I'm sure he brought, and Dr. Clint brought his Dr. Naram's wisdom in this book, Ancient Secrets of. This is like a Bible for us, Bible, and we read all the time. Okay, there are so many stories, and every page excites me, and also I told many of the people about this story, so they too get inspired. So I just. I'm very much thankful to this global community for spreading, and Dr. Dr. Naram's ancient secrets, because this is what today the human being needs all over the world, and so many crises. So I'm sure this global community is a very energetic group of people conducting all the time these seminars, and I'm really very much happy to be on the show today. And I like to say thank you and God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Oh my goodness,
Thank-
you're such an inspiration. Thank you. Thank you for sharing a little bit of your wisdom. And it's clear in your face that what you're doing is working. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I wanna ask you, Satnam, this picture, if you can see this picture in the book.
Yeah.
Yes, right? Everyone can see that. So when I was reading the chapter, I see, if you notice the hat, he's wearing a hat. You can see the muscles, and I was reading at 75, I was like, for real? I can't see his face very well to see if he's 75. But now that I'm seeing your face for the first time in the screen, it's like,
Yeah.
well,
Like 4 years
you
old.
don't look 75 at all. It thinks that you talk about that, and now we have evidence that you are. But I couldn't believe. Look at that. It's like, is that for real? When I read the book, it was just, I didn't have much contact with the community, but I was like impressed with all the cases. Is this for real? Like Clint says in the book, is this a
Yeah.
fraud or what? And then we go through and start knowing and learning so many things and see the amazing benefits. Thank you so much for sharing. It's,
Thank you.
it's impressive. I want you as my personal trainer.
Oh, sure. I'll come to the States. I'll meet whosoever possible.
And
It will be a pleasure.
Devananda, we have even better than a picture. Sadhanand has a video that Cornelia has, so this might be a good time to see. Sadhanand, thank you so much for your beautiful story.
Thank you.
Losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. Losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. With your love, with your love, I'm losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. Losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. With your love, with your love, I'm losing myself. I'm losing myself tonight. Losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. With your love, with your love, I'm losing.
Really nice. Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank you.
I love
Thank you.
what just wrote it down. Don't let age change you. Change your age. That was really nice. We have a question from you, for you in the chat. So what about weight training for women? Do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah. I suggest weight training is for women as well, because to maintain the muscle, you must do weight training. So normally I have seen that normally a woman wants to get away from the weights, but I'll definitely recommend that weight training, but lightweight. It can be with under proper guidance.
More or less,
So
give you an idea, like what, a 5 pound, 10 pound, like, or really strong standing. I think that's
Once they in the beginning stage, they can go lightweight. Okay, as they develop strength. Okay, so they can go.
push.
But the also the age factor. Age factor means if you are young woman, so I'm sure they can lift more weights. Okay, and they should not hesitate. But then at the same time, they should be careful. The trainer will guide them. What is the correct number of repetitions, number of sets, okay, and to select. And also the person, enthusiasm of the person also, matter, because in the gym, you can look at his at her eyes, and you can see the enthusiasm. So a trainer always loves to train those kind of enthusiastic training.
Yes, yes.
I want to ask Miss Sadnanda, because I want to say for people in this call that sometimes people are not able to go to the gym at the current situation they are, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes they cannot move that much. And I've been through phase that I wasn't able to move that much, and feeling that, sometimes we don't feel like, right, due to what we're going through, we don't feel like moving, we don't feel like going to the gym, we feel like, oh, that's for other people to do, not for me, the way that situation that we are carrying. But for the healing, I have learned myself to remember that, to have that thought that if we give a little push sometimes on some any activity, not saying going to the gym, but you can go for a walk, you can do a little bit yoga, or whatever activity that you can, the body likes to be active, right? And
Yeah.
so I wanted to ask you one question that might help other people in these situations, because going about losing weight and all that, but what about for us to, give us in the body what, and the mood and the mind, the strength that we need in becoming active? What Mr. Sadnanda, what can you tell me in a few words, 2-3 words, about that enthusiasm of going to the gym, but what is behind that? Like, so how can we share with other people that are in need, to give them, to help them a little bit with enthusiasm, so they can do whatever activity that will help them at this moment? Because it's about going one time, and then tomorrow another time, the next day a little bit more, and that's, we keep going, right? That's, we start building up that what we need in order to, replenish the body with the chemicals we need as well. Can you share us a little bit with that, for to bump it up the enthusiasm of people?
Uh, of course, even if they don't want to go to the gym, okay, at home, in their own home, they can do some freehand exercise, okay, and also they should do yoga and pranayam, okay. Yoga and pranayam. Pranayam, probably you understand, that is a breathing exercise, okay. So basically, those yoga will make you flexible, okay, and the breathing, that pranayam exercise, pranayam will uh, changes your inner self. And once your inner self, okay, it goes to your central nervous system, and you become more energetic, okay. Yeah, it is all in your mind. Once your mind become energetic, okay, so then definitely you look for more physical activity, and that is the right time to hit the gym. So once you get that, till then you can do at home, okay. And at the end of the day, okay, it is your own body, okay. So being lethargic won't help. If you love your body, as the saying goes, keep yourself young and beautiful if you want to be loved, okay. So if you want to be loved, okay, if you want to remain young, okay, you have to definitely do all this exercise. But coming from inside, if suppose lethargic, okay, then you can start something at home, but without doing anything, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen without doing anything. At least free hand exercise you must do, yoga you must do, okay, and then pranayam, that is breathing exercise. So it will change within 3 months time, it will change your whole being, inner self. And inner self change means your hormonal changes will happen. And then you will be more into to look forward to physical activity.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So we need to give that first kick start, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Doing is
Thank you.
doing.
Thank you, Mr. Adnan.
Yeah, thank you.
As Dr. Naram always says, right? Doing is doing. Knowing, doing is doing. So thank you once again for all the inspiration. You're receiving a lot of love in the chat. After, if you want to have a look, but everyone is being so grateful and being thankful for your inspirations that you're giving to them. Thank you for all of your wonderful
Thank you.
advice. And I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I wanted
And now yes, go
wanted to
ahead.
say one quick thing. I heard a radio show yesterday that talked about ways of exercising, things that bring you to your exercise. And they talked about an audio book sometimes can be a wonderful place to have that experience of the audiobook while you're exercising. And I thought of Dr. Clint's book is now on audio.
Yeah.
And what a wonderful way to bring those two things together in a very simple but elegant way.
Yes, that's a good suggestion.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Sadhanand, for being such an example and an inspiration.
Thank you.
For sure, for sure.
Grazie.
Namaste. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
And next we got Yolanda. Is Yolanda here? Can Cornelia spotlight her? Another
Yes.
wonderful divine woman. Look at that. Oh my goodness, so gorgeous. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. I want to say I'm just grateful to be here and to be a part of this community. I did the 100-day course and it made such a huge difference in my life. And to know that I have this community to always to be a part of and to hear the stories. And I get so inspired by other people's journey to know that I can continue to have hope, not only for myself, but for the world.
So deep. Thank you. Thank you. So tell me a little bit about you. Tell us all a little bit about you, how you got into the Asian secrets. How's that?
Well, I have always been an athlete. At a young age, I lost both my mom and my dad. So I was raised by my grandmother, and I was pretty rambunctious. So I started like turning flips in the house and breaking up furnitures and getting in trouble. And so my grandmother said, "I've had enough of you, kid. What am I going to do with you?" So she put me in gymnastics. And that's where I released my energy, and I really excelled as a gymnast. And my dream was to become the first African American to be in the Olympics as a gymnast. So I would always ask my trainer to stay after practice to help me to learn a new trick or to nail a new trick. And as I aged, I, was really good at it. But I also started running track in junior high, and I also excelled in track and field. So I was doing the both in high school. And when I won many state championships in high school in track and field, I also won many things in gymnastics in the States. So from there, I went to college. I didn't go on a gymnastics scholarship, but I went to Western Kentucky and went out for track, walked on the track team and got a full scholarship. Stayed there for a year, decided I didn't want to be there. transferred out to Saddleback Junior College, walked on the track team, got a full ride, and at that point, my first competition was at the age of 18 as a bodybuilder. I didn't really know what I was doing, but a professional wrestler spotted me working out in the gymnastics room and said, "Hey, we're going to have a competition in 4 weeks, a local show in bodybuilding. Would you like to compete?" I said, "Hey, why not?" He says, "Come down to the gym. I'll train you and tell you what you need to eat." Well, I was already really lean. And when he said diet, I was like, "Oh no, I don't think this is for me, because I'm not trying to lose weight. I want to gain weight." And he says, "No, you have to lose weight to get the body fat off." I said, "But I'm already skinny." And he says, "Well, we have to fine tune that skinny." So he told me what to eat, which was like chicken and rice and vegetables. I did that for a week and a half. And after that, I was like, I can't do it. So I went in the kitchen, fried some chicken, green beans, macaroni and cheese, and cornbread. And I grubbed. Yes, I did. And afterwards, of course, I felt really bad, because I'm like, now I'm not going to do so well in the show. So I did a little extra cardio to try to work off what I had eaten and got back onto the plan. So my first show, I placed second. And that was for not knowing really what I was doing. And I thought, hey, I got a bug, so I'm going to continue to do this. So I went out to Mission Viejo, California, to the junior college. And like I said, walked on the track team, got a full ride, ran track for 2 quarters, and decided that I didn't really want to be in school and I didn't want to waste money. So I continued my bodybuilding career, started doing national shows. I did pretty well. I moved to Germany when I was 21, and I was still an amateur, and I traveled all through Germany doing guest appearances in international bodybuilding competitions. I got a sponsor, and I would fly back to the States for the nationals. I was sponsored by Joe Weider at that time. And he says, "Well, I would like for you to represent the States at the World Championships." And I said, okay. So I went to the Worlds in 1990, and I placed second. They invited me in 91 again to the Worlds, and I won in 1991, the Miss Universe. There, I got my pro card, and I started competing professionally. At that point, I got a trainer. I was still living in Germany, decided I was going to move back here to the States, found myself a trainer, and started getting busy, because I knew that I one day was going to be the best in the world. And I never lost that sight, though I was told by many of the judges that I would never even get my pro card because I didn't have certain attributes. So for me, that was pouring gasoline on my fire. It lit me up. So I was determined that I was going to be the best. So anyways, I competed on the pro circuit, traveled the world, and did really well. In 97 and 98, I won the Arnold's Classic, which is a really big show that's put on by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I would compete in the Miss Olympia, which is the biggest show for a professional bodybuilder. My best placing was second runner-up in 98. So I've done very well on the circuit of bodybuilding, but I looked really good on the outside, but there were some components missing in my life. I was eating a lot of meat to put on that mass. I was eating dairy. I was eating a lot of junk food at the time because I was just trying to put the mass on. And by the time I got to Dr. Naram, I had some elements going on with my body. I had a lot of inflammation. My guts were not in order. And I just wasn't feeling very well at that point. And my hormones were all over the place. So that's why I sought out Dr. Naram. And I went to see him up in Vancouver, Canada. The first couple of times I canceled. The third time I was like, I can't do it. I have to try. So I went to see him, and I was at the end of his day, almost the last patient. And I know he had seen well over 90 people that day. And when I walked in, his energy hit me so hard. It was, he was so vibrant. And it was, I guess, what I would call a Shakti, because his energy was just so powerful. And he was so full of life that I'm like, wow, I want some of what he has. Whatever that is, I'm going to figure it out. So he got me on the right track by prescribing different home remedies, which I would have to drink 4 times a day, 2 times a day. It was a little more time consuming, but after, I would say, after about 6 months, that's when I really started to notice the difference, especially with my joints. And so I've continued to do those home remedies and the supplements, which he had prescribed for me. And he was so excited that he was like, oh, I'm going to call Krishna so you can talk to him, because he started to work out. So I had a couple of phone calls with Krishna, and we spoke about weightlifting, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I felt so honored to be in his presence. So, and my fountain of youth is always movement. You know, a lot of people have physical disabilities. Even when you're sitting on the sofa, you still can be exercising your upper body, stretching, flexibility. It's not only being flexible physically, but also being flexible mentally. When you're in pain and you say that it hurts, at least try to move, because once you stop moving, for me, you have 1 foot in the grave. So think about what you can do, even if it's just walking to the mailbox. You know, you sit down, you stand up, maybe do a squat in a chair, standing up in front of the table, sit back down, stand up. Just try it a couple of times if your legs are weak, and then you can build yourself up. But yeah, that's what's been good for me, is knowing that I don't have to fall into what we've been told what aging should look like. You set the standards for yourself. You don't have to become someone else's story. You make your own story up. What's true for you may not be true for someone else. So find your own way, stand true to yourself, regardless of what anyone else thinks. This is what I have found, because it may not be right for them, but it's right for me. And I'm going to stand in my power by saying, okay, it may not work for you, but this is what works for me. Find what works and continue to do it until it doesn't work anymore.
Until you find something else new to do. Wow, Yolanda, this is so inspiring. I don't want to interrupt you too much, but I just want to share some love that you're receiving. A few people actually said that the way that you describe Dr. Naram is like he's by your side, you know, like you could really feel his essence. So it was really beautiful. And of course, many people sharing how inspiring your life is and everything that you're sharing. You said something now that, based on how you presented your life's journey so far, it seems to me that you've always had that knowing inside of you, right? Like,
Yeah.
of not settling, like you always had your inner guidance really strong, and that's how you were able to keep forwarding.
Yes, yes. And that's still today, you know, with I don't know. I just feel like we have been programmed to believe certain things, life to be a certain way. And I want to be true to myself, and I want to change, especially because, you know, it is possible to live to be 120 and healthy. And we don't have to always just take, um, it's just being more mindful of what you're putting into your temple, not only physically, but also mentally. What are you putting in there? And to unprogram what's been programmed if it doesn't serve you. And that is a journey within itself.
Tell us.
I really like when you describe that and you say, you know, mentally as well, and you say make your own story, and you say people, you know, you find your own true and make do what works for you until it doesn't work. So that's what I really call mental flexibility. That's amazing. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Great. And how old are you now?
I am 57 young, 57 years young.
Awesome, awesome.
Wow.
And what's your routine, you would say, nowadays that keeps all of that refresh and keep on flowing, like between those three pillars of balance between body, mind, and spirit?
Well, I'm first thing in the morning is meditation. I That's the very first thing that I do. I don't even get up to go get a cup of coffee or any of that, because the mind is open at that time, right? And I don't have all these things what I need to do, right? So I meditate first thing in the morning, and then I get my routine going. I go to the gym. I am a personal trainer and health and wellness coach, and that's how I start my day. But it has to start with me first getting grounded, so that I can be ready for all the other energies that come into my space, right? So, yeah,
I have
I
experienced
love what I
that.
do.
What you said in the first thing in the morning, I have experienced a big shift with myself when I start paying attention to what are my first thoughts of the day. As soon as I notice I'm awake, and that's when I start working on that. And the meditation also goes for that. It's then I start getting the shift, because if you're starting the day with, you know, any nagging or complaining, oh, I gotta wake up or stand up and do that, then you're already like setting your day, right? So
Correct.
I start noticing that what was going on, and then I shift into that, and then starting meditation and making my choices, right, for what I
Yes.
want for the morning. Yes, thank you, Alan. That was amazing, really amazing to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also like to go out in nature. So I go for a walk every day on my lunch break, and either at the beach or go for a little hike to connect with the trees. I like taking my shoes off to get grounded and really connect with Mother Earth. And that for me is also healing, is really connecting with nature.
Which are basics for a natural life, the way we used to be back in time, right? And
Yes.
we forgotten about that, but yeah, we now remembering all these beauties.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's connecting the body, mind, and spirit, and the emotions. Sometimes they get out of control. So I have to remember a lot of times that I am not my emotions, right?
And
I'm
not
just
even thoughts.
I'm a spirit. Yeah, yeah.
You're a happy soul. We are all.
Yeah, it's a matter
Yeah.
of reminding, the constant reminder of our divine presence and our purpose. And sometimes we get, I mean, I can only say about me, but like how we can easily be submerged again in the doingness of the ego as well. And when we open that spiral for more purpose, for divine guidance, there is so much more in our ability to navigate life with more ease and flexibility, being in the waters, you know, shape shifting, enjoying that the fluidness of life than
Yeah.
being stuck in a pattern, a belief. Like it's for real. Like the more we let go and detach from how things should be, because most of the time it's just belief systems anyway.
Correct.
That's where the freedom relies, and it's
Yes.
spirit, and we are connected to listen to our divine guidance, our divine wisdom, for sure. That this chapter is so beautiful, and the two of you, Yolanda, you and Satsanan, like explaining from this point of view, this flexibility, how clearly it is in the three levels. You know, it's not only in the physical; everything works together. And one time, of course, Danny and I talk about this a lot, like it's to keep it flowing. Sometimes one of the pillars are going to be stronger because you're putting more focus on that, more attention to that. But in a little bit, we notice how we do need to create balance and harmony in all of them to things really like, oh, it feels really good to be alive like that, you know? And then like, same, you know, like, can you just like get more of that on your daily habits, your daily routines, like the mind, just getting in
I want
alignment.
sorry, Grazi. I wanna. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you
Mhm.
hear me?
Yes.
I want to add something that has helped me a lot in this process. What we're talking about now, introducing the marmas. Okay, in the beginning, I want to share that with you because only after a while I noticed that it started working for me. In the beginning, I would do just because I was looking and listening to people do the marma, and I was just like patient about it because it wasn't working right at the beginning for me, and it took it a while. And it's part of what we're talking here about because it's part of being active, but also going where we want, focus on what you want. And I start doing, and all of a sudden, and I heard that happened for other people too, the marma point to start working, and this started happening. It was like, wow, it really works.
Hey,
So
Devananda,
uh,
um, could you, just for those of us who haven't heard about marmas, could you give a little synopsis of what a marma is? Marma Shakti.
the marmas are they're taught in the book, some marmas, and they're energetic points that we have in the body, just like Eastern um, cultures, like in China, most people heard of acupuncture and all that. For me, it's similar, right? So, but it's taught for a specific purpose, right? Um, there are different marmas for um, confidence, marmas to calm the mind when you need. There are for many different purposes. You can see in the book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, this book that we're talking about in this call, if you didn't know about that. And it's really special because it's a combination of the marma that helps with the mental flexibility. You know, we start implementing this in life, and with the principles in the book, and also the diet. So the main three things that found to work in the lineage of Siddha Veda. And the marmas, as I was saying, it was a little bit like for me, like we would say mysticism, you know.
Mhm.
But you know, when you sometimes when you're paying and you say, some people say, do this, that's gonna work, and you want to get out of the pain, you do it anyway, even if you don't believe it. But it's the effort that we want, is the love behind for ourselves that propel us to do things and move, you know, so we can, you know, find again joy in life. So the marmas didn't work for me for a while until I kept doing, and I feel like I broke a barrier, and then they start working. And that's also has to do with my mental, because I saw that was working for other people and working for me. So inside of me, there was a little battle, you know, for believe or not. So when I saw so convicted other people were talking about that, and why not me? That was not, you know, a healthy question, but yes, it works for everyone. It works for me too. It will work for me. And then I made that decision inside also, and then not immediately, but I kept doing. And I start noticing things start happening with the marma, and it becomes a tool for you, and you got to remember at the times that you need, keep in mind, remember what you're gonna do in that. Instead of reacting, now you have another option, so you go for the marma, and yeah, that's how it worked for me.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Nice.
Dave and Anna, that was such great information. And you made me wonder, does Yolanda use the Marma points as well?
I did indeed use the murmur points.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Were there certain ones that were prevalent for you?
Yes. I was doing the Amaprella, the 60 packs, right? And I
Right.
was doing the murmur points with that. And
Okay.
then the one is, what do you want?
Mm,
Could you
Yeah.
illustrate that real quickly, Yolanda?
The
Yeah,
murmur point of what do you want 6 times on the index finger, right hand.
they're so simple and easy. It's like, how
Yeah.
could this be so powerful? But it sure is.
Yeah.
It is
Yes, and
very simple.
Sorry.
you take a little time. It is not like driving. Oh yeah, no, you take a little time, stop, focus yourself, and do the
Mhm.
marma. Take a really try to center in the marma with the intention. And that's how it, because in the beginning I would do marmas like yeah, walking,
Yeah.
The sense I get with doing the marmas and why it maybe takes a while is that they're unblocking blocked places in our energy system. And after a while, that unclogging opens up and there's a quantum shift there. So that's my sense of it. And it's been my experience.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
me, since you're all sharing, I got into this community. Daniel got into the community first, as some of you know. And in October, I think I participated in 2 of the calls. I mean, I was cooking and just listening. I'm like, oh my God, so much love. I like this. And I would just pop in with the head and see a little bit and the songs, and it was beautiful. And then I was like, interesting. And then I would see Danny doing the marmas. And I started learning, and I just did the marmas. I didn't know anything about the secrets itself besides the marmas. So I started doing the marmas. And like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, divine timing, we met Clint in Sarasota, and I had my first post consultation with him. It was amazing, and by then I was totally already hooked in the marmas because I didn't know how to explain, but I started feeling them kind of right away. Like in less than a week, I would like, wow, and it feels so good, and I just couldn't stop doing them, and that it was due to that I had interest in learning more and diving deeper and starting with the moon soup, and like one thing led to the other, and like for me it was like all this deep cleanse start happening, but at the same time this community is what really cracked open my heart, like it's like, oh my God, this is real, this exists, and all these principles, they're definitely like life changing. Like personally, I felt that my heart was safe to open, and there were so many beautiful souls. Like every time we do the spotlighting, like I see these faces, and you guys are like this family for me, to me, like I would see like, oh, I want to hug them, you know there's some of you that I just want to get the cheeks sometimes, but it's wonderful. And it's interesting how I feel that we all have different ways that we learn about this path, from Siddhi Veda, from the wisdom of Dr. Naram and the whole lineage, and now the love pouring, that this in itself, it's what's healing us. It's giving us our souls in levels that we don't even know, like just more or less like the marmas, it works in subtleness. It's subtleness in our bodies, and all these beautiful moments that we choose to connect, to be aligned in this like grid of, at this time, I'm without my glasses, so I put it at the time. All right, so at 12 noon, 12:20 here in Florida, all of us connected in the synchronicity of a deep desire of intuition, of not of intuition, I'm sorry, an intention of connection, of love, of healing, of expanding this even more and more in our daily lives, with our families, with our friends, with the love and compassion to our own selves. So for me, I just felt like sharing how I also got into this, and how this community has helped me so, so much. So I'm truly thankful. Yolanda, thankful. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your beauty, your divine Shakti all over. Thank you so much for inspiration of your life and sharing with all of us the beauty. You're receiving a lot of love in the chats too. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy going through it. And
Yeah. Do you want to show the video?
Yes,
Yes, definitely.
We'll finish up with that.
yes, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I would like to say thank you for allowing me to share my story with you today on becoming healthy, body, mind, and spirit. I was a professional bodybuilder. I met Dr. Naram at the end of my competitive days, and by the time I got to him, I looked really good physically, but the insides were so out of whack, so out of balance. My joints hurt. My body was just filled with inflammation from eating so much meat and dairy products over the years of competing that hormonally I was out of whack. So when I met Dr. Naram, he helped me to get on the right path of becoming fit spiritually, mentally, and physically. So we got my diet cleaned up. I don't eat red meat anymore, and I'm more vegetable based. And lo and behold, my joints don't hurt anymore. Anyways, movement is a way of life. You want to stay flexible. So I just started something new, and I like to show you what I've learned. You can start anywhere you are in life. So check this out. Do not allow grass to grow under your feet. Keep it moving. Start wherever you are. Thank you for allowing me to share.
I love it.
That was so amazing, Yolanda. Thank you for sharing that. Wow, at 57 years young, even. Oh my goodness, beautiful, beautiful.
When I was 20, I could do that.
Like I said, you have to start wherever you are in life, even if it's just walking to the mailbox. You know what I mean?
That was very powerful when you said that, because we are at different stages, and what
Yes.
we to tolerate as well. We have to move, have a focus, but at the same time be conscious of where we are, right?
Exactly.
Amazing,
Yes.
amazing, amazing. I'm so
Thank you so much for allowing me to share my journey. I
Thank
love
you
the
so much,
community,
Yolanda.
and I'm grateful to be a part of it.
Thank
Changing lives is what I say.
I would
And I'm
love
just-
for everyone to unmute and just send some love to Yolanda and also Sadanand. So let's just do that for a moment. Thank you for your thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
Love
Love
you.
you.
And I'm with you. That was amazing. I love you.
With
That
you.
was
Love
amazing.
you, and we're with you.
Love
Love
you.
you.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
And I'm with you. Love you, Rochelle. Love you, Sharmini. Love you, Savannah. Love you.
Oh,
Love you.
And love you, Luke. Love you, Fernanda. Love you, Carol, Larry.
Love you, and
Love
I'm
you,
with
Gracie.
you.
Love you, Daniel. Love you, Yolanda.
Love you, Andrea.
Both of your
Thank
amazing
you.
Love you,
stories.
Andrea. I love you, Rochelle.
Thank you, guys. And
Love you
before
all.
we
I love you and I'm with you.
I'm just thinking, Yolanda and Sadanand, if people want to contact you, could you put in the chat either website or some way that people can get in touch with you? That would be great.
that would be wonderful, actually. Thank you for that. And what I was saying is that if there anyone that is here with us today that would like to talk, to share with us some inspirations, where they are, where this chapter 8 moved you. If, let me see here. All right, so if not, I feel that Cornelia can help us already set up for us to go into the breakout rooms for this morning. In the questions that we're going to be sharing, and Danny already did what youth means to you on the chat here. So I would like us to ponder for a moment and think about this one. If youth was about flexibility, what areas of your life do you feel that you should start being more flexible on? I would love to have an opportunity to hear you guys on the breakout rooms. How does it feel? What, if anything, you're ready to make a new decision, ready to make new choices in your path, in your daily lives? So with that, I don't know where we are with the breakout rooms. We can see, oh, see, we are probably showing up on your screen already. You just have to join. And we'll have about 8 minutes on that. And we'll bring you guys right back in, where we're gonna then later sing a song and say our farewells for the day. So hit join, enjoy, make new friends, see what wisdom shows up in your face.
So who's still here in the room at the moment? So we can talk here, who's not entering actually the breakout rooms. And we can answer the same question that you just posed here in the main room. And who would like to answer here and speak about the experience? Rochelle, maybe?
Hi there. Yes. So I've been involved in, it's so fun to have Yolanda and Sadanand on our call today. I was involved in bodybuilding literally my whole life, and I was also in gymnastics in my young years. So it feels like a mirror, although I didn't have the level of success that Yolanda has had. It did influence what I do in my life, and it was so fun to watch her climb up on that pole right there, because I'm still doing handstands and I'm still doing things like that in the gym and whatever, just to maintain my youth. And I'm coming up on my 62nd birthday, and so it's fun to see what the possibilities are with Sadanand, and what we can continue to do throughout our life to maintain our youth is really fun to see. I am curious actually what they both eat, because their skin looks amazing. And that's the area where I keep looking and going, I need a little assistance here. So yeah, I've enjoyed this so much. And my experience with youth is just keep moving, just like Yolanda was saying, just keep moving. My path right now is mostly yoga and walking, but getting back in the gym would be fun. It's only been just since we were all been sanctioned to our homes that I haven't been in the gym, so it feels a little bit awkward, but it also is somewhat freeing because of the time commitment that it takes to do that. So getting back there, I'm inspired now after this today to get back there.
Me too. I'm inspired by this. I have been with the desire to go back very active. I've always been very active until some years ago. And Sadnanda inspired me so much, and you also. And what do you say, Rochelle? And I would like to go back. I have a desire to go back and do capoeira, what I used to do when I was a teenager. Is not a martial art, but it's like a dance mixed with the martial art. It was originated in Africa, and have that desire, because I have one question here. Who thinks here that being active with the body or flexible with the body helps with the mental flexibility, or you think it's the other way around? Anyone?
I think it goes both ways. I'm a body awareness teacher, and my initial tool is actually working through the body. But I always notice also that when I'm actually working with people and they start to move, that then their mind also changes. Because whenever something starts moving in the body, then we also, the brain is always influenced. We have more endorphins, for example, when we move the body. And of course, that has an influence on the mood. And if our mood changes, then also our thinking changes. So they are so going so much hand in hand, but the other one is true as well. If I'm kind of changing my mindset about, for example, setting an intention of doing something in the morning, like doing yoga in the morning or moving my body in the morning, then that also can actually get us actually to do it just by setting the intention. So it goes both ways, but I see definitely the benefit of starting with moving the body, because people get then out of their head, and it's not, they're in the mind so much anyway. And for me, starting to move and get them to move is, and I teach body awareness, but also dance. And it's so much fun to watch them, how they change their attitude to life when they suddenly feel the joy of movement.
That is so true, Cornelia. And also to include in that the nutrition, that which we put in, like Yolanda's words were so beautiful, that which we put in our temple is so vital as well, because we can compromise our mindset by putting in low frequency, less than wonderful food. And that can, sabotage the goodness that we are doing for ourselves in our physical and our mental growth, because it takes away the energy, the good energy in our thought process. So it all goes together, like you were saying, Cornelia. It's just everything is tied in hand, and beginning to move helps to shift the endorphins and the hormonal aspects of our experience, so that we begin to think better, and then that thinking helps us to direct toward better action for our food and the nutrition that we're taking in. It's all comes together that way. Beautiful. I love that.
I feel that radical responsibility for thoughts. It's like, because we are the ones in the end of the day that are responsible. If there are a line of thought that are going in that you're really not happy, and you already know, because it had been there many times, because it's just a pattern. That's why you're having that thought. If you already know, you cut, reverse 2 millimeters, and start a new thought, and that energy, that your focus, your energy shifts to that. And that's priorities, us taking radical responsibility. Thank you for that, Rochelle. Anyone else want to share? I think the groups are back in at any moment.
They are coming in 1 minute.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. Anyone else wants to share?
We've just had a few of us in here. We've just got very few people in the room right now, but what a great talk that we've had today with regard to fitness, and hopefully, and health, and our whole body experience. And hopefully everybody is inspired today to do something different than what they have been doing, to up level their game, so to speak, just a little bit, to assist with the perfection of their temple and the increased awareness that brings to your whole life experience.
And Rochelle, I'm just thinking here, I had a thought that Devananda's personal story was so inspiring to me when I heard you on the calls this past year. And I'm just wondering, could we hear from you a little bit, a few minutes worth about your movement back into this very vibrant celebration of life.
Sorry, moving back to?
Being amazingly alive and celebrating life.
Wow, that's deep. How I got into the ancient secrets.
Yes.
Yes. I was going through a very tough time. Didn't know what to do anymore. Depression, anxiety. It was really, really hard for me. I started searching on the internet, and it came to me to search for Indian doctor. And because it took medications, psychiatric medications, and different things, and it wasn't so well for me. My body didn't like much. And I came across Dr. Clint TED Talk. It's about a year and a half ago. And I saw the talk, and then I decided to search for Dr. Naram. It was impressive to me. He got into my heart, Dr. Clint talking. And then I went and called, and Ayush Shakti, it was, Dr. Naram's office. I scheduled a consultation, and I spoke to Dr. Naram. But I was so not believing, so hopeless. I didn't take serious the treatment. And after a while, I went back again, and then I noticed there was a book about it, right? So this past, I don't know how many months, but then when I started reading the book, was really when I start believing, I start getting, I had a consultation scheduled with Dr. Naram when he was gonna come to US in January 2019. Is that right? January 2019, and then I got the news that he passed. And oh no, I'm sorry, 2020. And then I kept doing the treatment, and I called, and I started getting calls with Dr. Marianne G. She was teaching about food and the moonbeams, and I started getting her calls like 2-3 times probably. And then I scheduled a consultation with Dr. Marianne G, and she also passed. So who is left here I was Dr. Clint. And then I started that. I think that was when I started participating in the calls after that. And then Dr. Clint didn't pass. And then I went for a consultation with Dr. Clint in Florida. And I started really getting, taking serious. It was about me, and it is all about me. How am I treating the treatment that I'm doing? How am I taking it? I wasn't taking serious. I was not believing much. And then after I would say about 4 to 6 months, I noticed a big change. Taking the herbs, I noticed a big change in my body. All that stiffness, the inflexibility, the heaviness, and my body started it was actually quick. I felt even a little bit uncomfortable, because how come you're used to one way for so long and all of a sudden you loosen, right? I'm describing the whole being, not only physically. So it took me a while to get used to, probably a few weeks. but it started working really well. And I'm getting back feeling feelings of gratitude. Feelings of gratitude, all the Marmon and everything, and participating on the calls every Sunday has helped me tremendously. Is one of the most that helped me was participating in the calls, because I'm feeding, with love. I'm feeding the love from everyone as well, and feeling this love within me. And I feel like it's kind of going back to who I really am. It's kind of going back to 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 what feels home. Sometimes we don't feel home here, there, or in a place, but I'm feeling I'm being able more and more to tap in a inside place that feels home, despite what's happening. But all this has helped me um, to get centered again. And not that I don't have, of course, I still have challenges, still going on through things, but the stronger I do with this, the more I give, and the more I give to myself time and the priorities, setting up the priority. What is my priority? Waking up in the morning, my first thoughts. What are my principles? And I had to revise all this, and I had to face many fears, and actually seeing that, I like that saying, fear knocked at the door, courage opened, and there was no one there. So I've been going through all of this, and the ancient secrets have been what what it was a hook to get me and put me in a better place of vibration, because I cannot compare one thing to another, but seeing the faces and the calls and listening to people has helped me so much to face, so many things within myself, because sometimes I think it's the external, but it's not the external. It's how am I dealing, am I choosing to act, or am I letting reaction. And one big thing that I want to share that really helped me is to be so persistent in Atiti Deva Brava. Atiti Deva Brava here. And let me read for, some people in the call might not have heard about it. Indian saying, Atiti Deva Brava, Indian saying that means you treat any guest, whoever it is, and however inconvenient their visit may be, as if God Himself has come to your home. In the healing lineage of Siddha Veda, they take this saying very much to heart, considering every person who comes as a manifestation of God. So to me, what I did with the Titi Deva Bhava is a change in perception, because taking everything as the guest, I would say a situation, a problem, and a challenge, what is this teaching me? Taking the time to do that, regardless if you have reacted or not to that problem, if you already had, gone through a tough time. But because as much as you practice, sooner you can, every time something happens, sooner you can apply it, until the time, there are many times already, something happened that I used to react, but now I am quicker, a little bit quicker, and I don't go through the whole pain. I don't go through the whole suffering, because I'm more alert with that. What is this teaching me? Until sometimes that happen is like, okay, it's giving me a gift again. And if it's calling my attention, is because if I see it as a problem, is because I still not seeing the gift so clear or so quick. But I start being a little very persistent about that. What I'm saying is like, yeah, everything I would think of as a problem, what is the gift in it?
Mhm.
And after a while, it start working, and perception start changing. What I wish so much, and I'm still working on, is to have a positive perception about things. And Atiti Deva Baba has helped me so much. It was so far the greatest gift for me in this book, because as we were saying, you know, the mental is not only the body. I mean, the change is not only in the body, but it's also mental. And I found that, you know, the mental flexibility, mental being positive in the mind is something so big, so good. And I was in a place where it was not positive at all.
Daniel, you are getting such beautiful comments here in the chat. It's, of course, I love you and I'm always with you. We have people saying, I love Brother Daniel, an inside place that feels home. Wow, so beautiful. And Lynn says, love you, Brother Daniel. I love that courage opened the door and that there was no one there. Wow, you have shared so beautifully here. And oh my gosh, what a beautiful story. We have had such gorgeous sharings here today. And I hope everyone is inspired. This has been so incredible, incredible. Yeah, please put in the chat, what is one of the bigger things that you have taken away from today? Because this has been such a deep inspiration for today. And Grazy, do you have anything more you would like to share, dear?
My love and tremendous gratitude, first of all, for being here, for receiving this invitation, allowing the invitation, and just choosing to be at service instead of being in my mind. That was a big personal lesson of today. So thank you for letting us help in this beautiful call. Thank you for your journey. Thank you for being strong, being who you are, walking your path in each and every single day with more alignment. I just send you my love, my blessings, and I'm truly here with you. And count on me if anything. Reach me out, Facebook, private message. I love to support you in this journey as well. And I love to be supported by all of you too. I love this, love and receive the receiving mode as well. Thank you.
Devananda and Grazi, if you would like to put how you can be reached, if you want to be reached, or if there's something special that you're doing out there, would you like to put that in the chat as well so others know how to contact you if they'd like to? Beautiful.
Sure, yeah.
We are so inspired by what you have shared today, and so you did such a beautiful job for all of us, bringing us so deeply into our hearts. And Yolanda and Saranan, wow, what inspiration you are. I'm ready to run to the gym right now and get started with my workout.
Forget about lunch, let's work out.
And I also want to say that if you're around Miami area, let us know, and I cook a very good monk soup. Okay.
Oh.
Whenever we create the Monk Challenge here in South Florida, be invited because I know my husband is going to win.
You're both such an inspiration to us in just your beingness. And thank you so much for leading the call so gracefully, and to Sadanand and Yolanda and all the others who've been present here today.
Malaya actually has raised her hand, so I would like to pass the mic on to her. Patmalaya.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Cornelia and everyone. I wanted to highlight a point that is my favorite. As some of you who have been involved in the group know, my favorite teaching of Dr. Naram is this issue of ask yourself, what do I want? And you know, up until today, I was very often thinking of this concept as being the big picture of what do I want. And I realized today that I can make that at any level, but especially this daily, to ask myself daily, like everybody's stories made me think about this and the ways that they apply it. Because when we were talking about motivation, and sometimes I really struggle with that, my daily motivation, or even throughout the day. And I realized, oh, I can use this, what do I want, in those moments, thinking of the breakdown. Okay, well, today, I want to get up and be motivated. And I also want that to fit in my big picture. I was really stuck out here. And I really just learned something that is going to be so helpful to me. And I hope everyone else too. And then I always love to just highlight that point in general.
Thank you. Thank you for
Beautiful.
sharing that. It's very important for sure.
Hmm.
All right. So I feel that we have another song that we're going to enjoy. And my invitation for that is just for us to really bring that in, bring whatever you learned from today's call, whatever you feel that you so felt inspiration, felt the desire to move, to be inspired to take a different action. Just sit with that and like devour on that. Feel how it feels to feel what you want being manifested in your life, how it feels in your body, how it feels in your cells. And let's just enjoy that moment that way. You brought enormous joy to my heart to be able to share these two powerful healing songs of mine. I mean, not of mine, but like that I truly motivate me and inspire me with you all. I bless you. Have a wonderful week. I truly love you. I see your beauty. I see your strength. Go shine, beautiful soul. Go shine. Be blissful in this world. Namaskar. You can unmute yourselves now. Let's say our farewells, our love.
I love you and I'm
I
with
love
you.
you, Linda,
I
Michael,
love you and I'm with you.
Bridget,
I love you,
Luke, Sister
Linda.
Francis, Marie, Nancy,
And
I
with
Terry,
love
you.
you.
Oh, beautiful.
I
You're
love you,
Heartbeat,
Sylvia. I
Deborah,
beautiful.
love you,
Michelle,
And I'm
Rochelle.
with you.
Amanda,
Thank you
Sonia,
for
Bruce,
bringing
I
us
love you,
everyone.
Robin.
love you. I love
Jonathan,
you.
Robin,
I love you,
Linda,
Nancy. I love you, Maureen. I love you,
Michael,
Holly. I love you,
Cornelia,
Love you,
Esther.
love you.
Kathleen, Yasmin, Sangeeta,
Cheryl. I
Sheila,
love you,
Lynn,
Sadanan. I love
Super
you,
Jules,
Yolanda.
Chris from New York,
Oh,
I love you,
Marcia,
Abigail. I love you,
Thank you, Yolanda.
behind Chris.
Love you,
love
love you, love
you.
you.
Bless you. Bless you.
Love you, Sadanan.
That is so, so beautiful every single time. It is so warming. Doesn't it just warm your hearts? Wow. Thank you, everyone, for being here today on this precious, beautiful, sacred day, bringing us all together in unity, worldwide, spreading this grid of love everywhere, all over the world. Thank you for bringing your hearts and your souls. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a blessed, beautiful Sunday.